Well, the vice president says a conservative woman will be nominated on Saturday to serve as the next justice on the Supreme Court, and he promised supporters tonight that the seat will be filled during an election year. Vice President Mike Pence spoke at a Laconia Airport hangar in Guilford, where some in the crowd wore masks, but others didn't. He highlighted several policies of the Trump administration that he says made America great again, including the economy, military, and border security. He says President Trump stands with law enforcement and would never defund the police. The VP warned that Joe Biden would roll back many of the Trump administration's policies and says winning in November starts in the Granite State.
A movement that began in this state has continued, brought our country to all new heights, and brought us through challenging times. So many of you said yes to President Donald Trump in 2016, but I'm here 42 days from Election Day because I know New Hampshire is going to say yes to 4 more years of President Donald Trump.
Mr. Pence also praised the administration's response to COVID-19, saying thousands of lives in America have been saved. Reporting live in Guilford, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Before he headed to the Lakes region, the vice president spoke with New Hampshire's governor about resources for dealing with the pandemic. These are pictures posted to the vice president's Twitter account. And just a few moments ago, he also spoke one-on-one with WMUR political director Adam Sexton. And Adam, coronavirus, just one of the topics you touched on.
And certainly, Jen, probably the most important, though, the vice president acknowledging the grim milestone that the country just passed today in terms of 200,000 American lives lost to this virus. He says there isn't a day that goes by in the White House that the task force that he leads isn't aware of the sheer toll on the American people and the loss of life that this country is going through. He also asked him to straighten out the timeline on a potential COVID-19 vaccine. Obviously, President Trump has been very optimistic, saying he'd like to see that in October. The CDC chief told Congress just this week that he doesn't expect that until November or December. When we asked the vice president today, he said he does expect a vaccine by the end of the year.
Well, we're going to listen very carefully to the incredible research companies that have been working every day to deliver a safe and effective coronavirus vaccine for the American people. I mean, it really is remarkable that in February, when we received the coding for the first time for this coronavirus, President Trump brought in the pharmaceutical companies and said that we want new medicines and we want you working on a vaccine. We cleared red tape out of the way. It's amazing to think, literally 8 months into this pandemic, that we're on the verge of having a safe and effective vaccine.
The vice president also telling us tonight that the Trump campaign is all in on New Hampshire. They really want to win here after coming up just short in 2016. And right now, this campaign is just showering attention on the Granite State. Live in Guilford, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.